Welcome back, YouTube. It's Magda Civil. Let's talk about this movie, What the Health. I've been hearing a lot of people speak about it, and this movie has inspired them to make changes in their lives. So let's talk about What the Health, what it's about, and let's get down to it.
She don't know I got the drop on her like, oh, they don't know I got the drop on them like.
What the Health is a documentary based on veganism. It helps people to understand what are the benefits of becoming a vegan. It clearly expresses their opinions on meat and how meat isn't beneficial to the body, and it goes on to back it up with scientific data. This is my expression. You have to understand your body and know what's best for you. If veganism is great for you, then great. If pescatarian or being an omnivore is great for you, then great. You can make healthier choices with being an omnivore. You can make healthier choices being a pescatarian. You can make healthier choices being a vegan. But to knock one diet and say one is better than the other, I can't agree with that. I believe in just consuming things, consuming food in moderation. Others may disagree, and you have every right to, just as I have a right to my own personal opinions and believing what works best for me. Mindful of the pros and cons of anything that you jump into. And with being an omnivore, pescatarian, or vegan, you have to worry about genetically modified foods. Let me put it this way. If you're not growing your own fruits and veggies, and if you're not raising your own cattle and poultry, pork, or whatever else you may love to eat, that's a meat, then there's no way that you can be 100% sure that it's going to be 100% organic, it's going to be 100% clean, because at the end of the day, the chemicals that are being put into food aren't beneficial to any of us. Let's talk about the plastic, how it has BPA in it. BPA is linked to a lot of diseases, and plastic, most of the fruits and veggies are wrapped around plastic. Let's talk about pesticides, how harmful it is to the wildlife, and how it is linked to colon cancer, ADHD, and Alzheimer's disease. Let's talk about that. So no matter what you do, if you're not governing your own food, if you're not planting your own fruits and veggies, then there's no way that you can be 100% sure that it's going to be 100% organic, it's going to be 100% clean. The animals that we consume aren't living in the best condition. So I just don't believe that, with a video alone, that really doesn't talk about all the ups and downs of a diet. If you're going to talk about a diet, and I'm not downplaying veganism, I'm not downplaying any type of diet. I believe that everything should be taken in moderation, because too much of anything that we consume can be harmful to the body, because our body function off of different minerals and nutrients. I cannot tell you what you should and should not do. The only thing I can do is say, educate yourself, do your own research, find out what works best for you. All of these diets have a lot of downfall. You're dealing with being an omnivore. You're dealing with consuming too much fat. The animals are not living in the best conditions. They're pumping the meat with steroids and growth hormones, and we have to be mindful of that. With both the dairy and meats and poultry, these stuff is being pumped with growth hormones. If you're not educating yourself on what the proper meats to consume, it's also linked to weight gain. If you're not educating yourself on the proper meats to consume, and if you're not eating balanced, that's the key, to eat balance. If you're not eating balanced, you're going to lead into heart disease and cancer, the other degenerate disease that are out there. Pescatarians, you have to deal with mercury. Consuming too much of one type of fish is high in mercury. Tuna, mackerel, etc. There's so many different species of fishes. Learning how to balance it out is going to be imperative if you are a pescatarian. Another thing with veganism, you have to, for women, soy is linked to so many, and soy is linked to infertility. Consuming a lot of soy is not healthy for a female in general. Do your own research, figure out what's going on. Consuming non-organic fruits and vegetables is linked to, like I mentioned earlier, ADHD, Alzheimer's disease, colon cancer. If you want to ask me, Magda, what do you do? My husband and I, if one week we feel like being vegan, we're vegan. One week we want to be pescatarian, we're pescatarian. We consume everything in moderation. It's just I don't try to inflict my conscience onto anyone. I'll tell you the good and bad of any single diet that you consume. The truth of the matter is consuming items in moderation is going to be the best thing. I'm not a fan of processed meats. If I were to have processed meats, like I said, everything is good in moderation. I would have it once in the blue if we step out. I'll order a sandwich, boom, I'll have that. But to keep it in the house and to have it within my diet every day, I don't do that, because consuming too much of it, that is also linked to cancer. You can still be healthy eating meat. Eating meat doesn't make you unhealthy. Eating processed meats, overdoing it, if most of your meals are based around these type of foods, then yeah, you're gonna have problems. Eating whole, natural, homemade foods is the best. And I see a lot of people, they shy away from it because one, a lot of people don't know how to cook, or a lot of millennials, as they say, don't know how to cook now. And we do live in a microwave society where everybody wants things now. I'm just tired of this argument about what diet is, blah, 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 blah. Just eat good food. This is the beautiful part about this world. Everybody have different opinions, and that's what makes us all individuals. And everybody have a right to do whatever it is that they decide to do, as long as it works best for them and it makes them a better individual. The best that you can with life. We don't want to die from any degenerate disease. Some people say, I don't care, I eat whatever I want, whenever I want. We all going to die one day. But, try not to increase your chances, but just do what's best for you. Just make a realistic living for yourself. Don't give into peer pressure. That's what I believe. Please don't forget to like the video. That's how YouTube knows that this is not this is not a BS video. This is real content that people are enjoying. So that's why I always say, just please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be up to date with more informative information that I put out, and just being in tune with what's going on. And yeah, I'm just here to help how I can. Also, remember to follow me on my social media handles, Magda Civil. You'll be able to find me Magda Civil or Magda Civil Fitness. The links to my social media handles are in the description below. Click, stay up to date with me, and guys, I'll see you next time.